I'm Zach. This is Paper Computer Games, and this is a paper computer game. And today, I'm going to show it to you. How's everyone doing today? Let's check in with chat real fast and see what everyone is saying. Epic says, well, that thumbnail looks super good. That PCG is whoa, it got even better. Thanks so much, Epic. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Sam, thanks for being here. I'm deciding on Creator of the Year. That is Epic. Epic says, Zach, could you possibly also send me the screens to the game when you can so I can wiki it and possibly make a script for it? Sure. um, let's see. Habel Scrone says, there's a whole convo going on in here. With Zach, Stream Boy, let's get flipping. Yo, hey, HMV, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Hello, yes, what's up? Hey, Bads Claymore. Yeah, so today I have been working on a new paper computer game. That's it. Epic says, today was such a good day. We played so many games in the Discord today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Weezo. Oh, Weezo's here too. Hey. Weezo says, okay, guys, this is a PCG stream with me in it, so we have to talk about Nazis for half the time. It sounds like a plan. Although, unfortunately, I'm just going to spoil you right now. There are no Nazis in this PCG, unfortunately. Epic says that game looks super long. Like, that's impressive. It's annoyingly... Like, I did not intend for this game to have so many screens. It is annoyingly long. I was like, I'll just make a quick one real fast. And it ends up having, like, just a ridiculous amount of pieces of paper attached to it. And I'm like, dang it. Like, Zach, stop drawing. Stop drawing. It has enough, but I couldn't because the story needed more. So there was no choice. Lazy Frog says, hi, it's me, Mario. How's it going, Mario? Epic World says, I can't wait to play this. Also liking the nice inventory screen. Thank you. I like the name too. What are these YouTube emojis? I do not know. All right, so let's stop messing around. Let's show the actual game, right? Everybody's here that needs to be here, right? So yeah, let's let me actually get up off the floor and turn the camera around so you can still look at the floor, but I can also see what I'm looking at. Lazy Frog says it's JPEG to remind you. Cool. Sweet. Thanks for clarifying. I wouldn't have known. I do not know. I do not know who anyone's names are when they change their names. I love customizing inventory screens. Yeah, me too. They are fun. I can tell this is Argon Inspire. All right, yeah. So let's do this. This is going to be an interesting paper computer game, and I'm looking forward for all of you to tell me what you think. Epic says this is like your first major PCG in a while. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't even know if I'd call it a major PCG. I still sort of think of it as sort of like a this is still kind of short. It's still kind of short. Like the number of pieces of paper is not actually indicative of the number of screens in the game. So it's actually shorter than it looks. But you'll see. Let's take a look. All right. So this paper computer game, I have this actually in reverse order. So we're gonna start from here. Epic says Zach's PCGs don't come that often, but when they do, they're freaking epic. Well, don't get your hopes up. You might not like this one, Epic. I don't know. Something about this game makes me have a feeling like you might not like it. So let's find out if that is correct or not. So let's start with the cover screen. I have these arranged in reverse order. So first is like on the bottom over here to last screens. Well, obviously that's the inventory, but yeah. Anyway, let's start with the cover. So this paper computer game is called The Unending Battle. Whew, dun, dun, dun. Epic says, first off, I'm loving the epic style of your cover. Thanks so much. So, we've got this nice campfire over here. Epic World says, Gondo, holy crap. You tricked me. What makes you say that, Epic World's PCG? Whoa, why would I have tricked you? How? Why do you say that? I mean, look, the fact that the cover says Planet Gondo, that does not necessarily indicate that Epic says well played. I see what you did there. Okay, anyway, yeah, this does not necessarily indicate the planet that this takes place on. This cover looks like the most generic Epic Worlds PCG cover ever. Yeah, it does, right? Instead of saying like buy Epic Worlds PCG, I put buy Zach D Game PCG. But yeah, we've got like a campfire over here. This is sort of like a mountain in the background. You've got some like deserty ground, and there's just like stars in the background. And it's called The Unending Battle. And that's our new paper computer game. Okay? So, let's take a look. We're starting with the Epic World says, dang, I wish I could have seen this game before I voted in the awards. Well, it can't possibly be included in the awards yet. Like, nobody knows about it before this stream, right? But yeah, let's, shall we continue? All right. So, before we get into the game itself, we have some backstory to cover, all right? We're going to get into the backstory of this. All right, so I'm just gonna take you through this, and we're just gonna see how this goes. All right. So, as the cover indicates, this does take place on. Zach, you're a real bamboozler. I try. That's one of my aspirations. Yes. All right. So, this planet does take place on the planet Gondo. Which, for those not in the know, Gondo is part of the Shogun sector, which is a star system in the PCG universe. It is the setting of Epic Worlds PCGs, as well as most of his friends' PCGs. And Gondo is one of the most frequently visited planets in Shogun. But yeah. This is my first game that's set on any planet in Shogun. So let's Epic Worlds has been wanting me to do a paper computer game set on planet Shogun, not planet Shogun, set in the Shogun sector on any one of those planets for a while. Weasel says Shogun sounds like a genre of anime. Well, I mean, it is that too, but that's a coincidence. Anyway, so let's get to this. This is on the planet Gondo. Planet Gondo is a planet where there has long been a war between two factions, which are called, I don't know anything about Gondo, so any of my facts here are going to be totally wrong. So Epic, definitely, if you're still there, definitely correct me on everything I get horribly wrong. Epic World says, oh my gosh, dude, this game is freaking me out with how amazing it is. The most detailed PCG article I've ever made. Like, you haven't even seen the game yet. It might suck. You might not like it. So yeah. Did you really just ask me if I'm still here? Hey, you gotta be sure, dude. You gotta make sure. Anyway, let's dive into the story, shall we? So, this game does take place on planet Gondo, and on planet Gondo, there's been a long-standing war between two factions. The Hento and the Kova. And basically, the basic idea is that, Hento bad, they have like better technology, but they bad. Whereas Kova, good. Not as bad. But they don't have as good technology. So they're sort of like the underdogs in this fight. Okay. So that's the basic idea. Epic World says, I will criticize your lore knowledge of Shogun, you worry. I'm sure you will. I'm hoping you do. Please do. I want my knowledge to be corrected. How am I doing so far? I mean, if I'm wrong up to this point, so far it's correct. Good. If I was wrong up to this point, that's really bad. I literally just went up, and if I was wrong about that much, but yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. So, here's the story so far. So, for months, the Kova soldier Galendric stayed hidden, submerged in the waters of the Lantern. So this is Galendric. So he's like swimming along in the waters of the Lantern. In this way, he avoided Hento patrols as he made his way behind enemy lines. So here he is, like, underwater, just like the sort of like the spikes at the top of his helmet are sort of like sticking out from under the water. And here's two Hento guards. They're going by, and this guy's like, "Wait, what was that?" He's like, "Probably just a dead hand squid." Finally, his toes felt the dry ground beneath them. It had felt like the first time in ages, but no time to rest, not for a moment. And so here he is, like at the base of a mountain. Epic World says hand squid. What a cameo. Yeah, right? He had no time to rest, not for a moment. He had one chance to catch up to his target. So this is his target. Razor Foss, a Hento warrior so powerful, none but Galendrick had a chance of bringing him down. Galendrick had to get him alone, or there was no chance. Razor Foss seems freaking epic. At last, he found Razor Foss's camp, tucked away in the eastern mountains. So here's like Galendrick, sort of hiding behind a rock, spying on Razor Foss's camp. They were joined in battle! Chun chun chun! Razor Foss was formidable. Galendrick began to fear he could not defeat such a warrior. But Razor Foss couldn't gain the upper hand either. The battle raged on for hours. Hours turned to days. And it lasted so long that at last, the universe itself decided to send help. You see, very rarely in quantum mechanics, particles may pop into existence when the probability is high enough. Even rarer for a complex structure, like a girl, to pop into existence from nothing. But so high was the chance of someone coming to help Galendrick that you did. So, this is you. You exist. What do you do? And this is where the PCG starts. So you play as this girl. She has just popped into existence. For that reason, she has no memory of anything before because, of course not, because she didn't exist before. This is her first experience. So, like, yeah, you thought you were going to be playing as like Galendrick, right? but no, you're not. You're playing as this girl. She is being sent to help, not by any person, not by any entity. It's just the sheer laws of probability. It's the fact that this fight has gone on for so long. It's just sort of like breaking the universe's probability, like chances of things happening. It's messing with quantum mechanics, how long this fight is going on. And because of that, the universe itself has, like, the chance of someone coming to interfere in this fight got so high that even though there was no one around who would have helped, someone just popped into existence just because the chance of someone being there was so high that this girl has appeared. And she is the one who is sent here to help. Like, the question is, how much is she going to be able to do? This is, clearly a little girl who is unarmed, and how is she going to help this, like, mighty, Kova warrior defeat this ultimate Hento warrior? But yeah, Epic says theory that Grand Fresnel sent her. No, very specifically, no one sent her. It is pure probability. It is pure the universe's laws of chance. I like that theory in general. That is cool. But in this case, very specifically, this girl's origin, she was not created by anyone. No one sent her for any purpose. It's just the probability of the universe was so strong that she just manifested out of nothing. Oh, hey, Helpless Grunt, thanks for joining. HMB says, Zach, do you think us looking at the screens would spoil the PCG? Yes. Yes. So don't keep watching if you want to play this PCG or whatever. But this one I just wanted to show. I just feel like showing it. I made it to be shown, so I want you guys to see it. You can play it too, but you know, that's up to you. Sam says she randomly existed. She doesn't have a name. Yeah, she does not have a name. That is true. She does not. She came into existence, but she's not like a baby. She does not have the intelligence of a baby. She has the intelligence of a girl, and like she popped into existence with enough basic knowledge. Like she didn't come with any memories, but she does have basic knowledge. Like she knows how to speak the language, and she knows basically everything I just read to you about what happened in the past. She knows who Galendrick and Razor Foss are, and she knows about the war between the Hento and the Kova, and she knows that the Kova are, you know, good, and the Hento are like not as good, you know. So so yeah, that's where we're up to. And this part right here, this is where it transitions from like basically comic intro into being PCG. So yeah, so from this point on, like it says, this is you exist. What do you do? So she has popped into existence, and she falls to the ground, and now, you know, she's on the ground. So it's like, you know, what do you do? So this is an opportunity for like the player to sort of like just look around the screen. Pix says, I like how there's a guide sign to the battlefield. Yeah, it's handy, right? It does say a battlefield that way. Yeah, like you can like just mess around with the screen. There's nothing in particular here. There's like some mountains off in the background, and there are rocks over here. These are just a few rocks. You can pick them up, but they're not going to be needed in particular for anything later. This is just sort of for the player to just start poking around, for them to start familiarizing themselves with the game. And, you know, once they're ready, they can just, you know, follow the sign and go to battlefield. So once you follow the sign and you go off this way on your mission to go help Galendrick, you come here. So this is sort of like a cobbled together house. And, you know, it has this big sign nailed to it that says battlefield. You can tell this is like shoddily made. Like it looks like holes are patched with like just old boards of wood nailed over them. There is the logo of the two swords. Epic World says your drawing skills are really good for PCG, Zach. Thanks so much, dude. So yeah, you've got the doors open. There's like a rod, you know, leaning against the house. There's like, you know, just a random sign over there saying, you know, like, please use entrance in the front. There's just like, you know, more windows up top. And so, yeah, this is a battlefield. HMB says, nah, XS, my skills are better. I agree. I do actually agree. HMB's skills are really good. Yeah, like I cannot compete with that. So anyway, Epic says HMB woke up and chose the Hento side. So, if you ultimately go inside, that takes you here. So, you know, well, okay, never mind. So, okay, you are here. You're inside the house, and you see this is, you know, it's an actual battlefield. You can tell this is a place where people have been fighting. There's, like, a discarded... Epic says, whoa, it's OG Kovian Spears. Yeah, it is OG Kovian Spears. There's, like, this discarded Kovian Spear. There's, like, some sort of a mace. And there's, like, a sign over here. It says, stay back. Fighting is dangerous. And, you know, I thought it was important to include that because, you know, that is actually good advice. Fighting is dangerous. So, you know, if you ever see, you know, epic warriors fighting with, like, swords and OG Kovian weapons, you know, don't get too close. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, you guys. So, Yeah, HMB fighting is dangerous. It is. HMB says, why is PCGs look like they were made with pixels? Was it pixelated? It might just be a laggy effect. I mean this is just made with pen. But yeah. So this is this looks like the remnants of an old long abandoned like campfire. It looks like it's been dead for quite a while. Oh, you were talking to Sam. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so you've got this discarded stuff. There's like little bits of like drops of blood that may have fallen onto the battlefield over here. There's like benches around it. That's interesting, right? There's like a water bottle on the ground. There's like a book over here. It says Rules of War. And there's like a towel on the ground. So, you know, there you are. You're just like looking at all of this. This is interesting. You know, what's the deal with that, right? You have these two like weapons cases. One of these says Razor Foss, and you've got these sort of like, you've got these blades, you've got these knives and these maces. Over here, you've got these Kova spears, and you know, sort of like a shorter version of the Kova spear. This is sort of like a handheld weapon. So yeah. If you can go through the door at the back that takes you deeper inside the building. And that is where you are finally confronted by Galendrick himself, as well as Razorfoss. But the sight you see before you is shocking. Dun dun dun! What? So, Galendrick and Razorfoss appear to have fallen in love. And you're like, so you are very surprised by this development. Epic World says XS. Oh no. So yeah, you're like Epic World says I hate that. Oh man. See, I told you you should have waited before you said this game is amazing. You should have waited because I told you might not have liked it. You should take my word for things. Everyone type XS. Oh shoot. So yeah. Well, wait. Maybe I should wait till you guys get that out of your system. Yeah. Maybe we should wait till we finish with the excess stuff before let me know when you guys are ready. We should. I'm just kidding. It's still all right, I guess. But how? Right? Zach put us in timeout. No, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I just, you know, just get it out of your system. It's okay. It's very surprising. I understand. I will kill the both of them. Like, wait, how? Getting it out of my system. Yeah, right? So, I've never done anything in a PCG that provoked this kind of a reaction before. This is intense. Dang. I am, oh man, Epic is losing it. He was so excited in the beginning because it's like Gondo, and then now, oh man, I feel so bad. Oh man. So, next PCG, I'm making my kill zoo back. Zach, you ruined I ruined your whole planet? How'd I ruin your whole planet? Yeah, I'm gonna make Zuvak and the fat guy have a giant romance. First of all, these two characters, you have never met them before. That is not comparable at all. Although, I do think that would be hilarious. um, I. Okay, let's continue on this love story adventure. Yeah, because this PCG is not, like its title implies. Its title is very deceptive. It's called The Unending Battle. And there's actually not a whole lot of battle in this PCG. It is kind of just like more exploration based. So yeah, you come in and you find out that these two have fallen in love. And that's bad because your goal in life is to help Galendrick defeat Razorfoss. But it's like, how are you supposed to do that when, this has happened? Like, this is quite the problem, right? Now we've got, over here, just we've got like a photo of like Galendrick and Razorfoss out on a walk. Here's like a painting of Galendrick and Razorfoss like fighting each other. Epic says Zach had a little too much fun with this one. Oh, I think I had the right amount of fun with this one. He probably made it at 3 a.m. Oh, this took me like 3 days, and I made it like in the middle of the day. I was fully conscious. Do not blame it on that. Nice try. This might be the most funniest PCG screen. So, yeah. Here is a painting on the wall of the 3 keys. It like, so that's sort of a reference to how, like, because this is a PCG that takes place on Gondo, and like every PCG on Gondo. I love the 3 keys cameo. Thank you. Yeah, so this is not only a reference to the 3 keys, it's also a reference to how Epic Worlds always puts, posters of other PCGs in his PCG. So this being on Gondo, it makes sense that that would still be happening, even though I'm the one making the game. So yeah, like I put that in there as well. So you have some nice arrows. So here's a window. You can see the mountain out the background. Oh, hold on, my phone is like about to die. I need to plug it in 1 second. So, okay. So you meet these guys, and you're like, you're like legit, like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, hello, who are you? And you're like, I'm sent to help you defeat Razorfoss. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you're supposed to be killing each other. You're not supposed to be like, like loving each other. What's going on? And they took Pride Month a little too seriously. Like, yeah, like the funny thing is, like, that is just a total coincidence. Like, I made this and I realized only afterwards that, yeah, like this is being made during Pride Month, and it is actually the first, I'm pretty sure this is the first ever that I'm aware of, like, gay romance in a paper computer game. I don't think there's ever been one, ever, in anyone's PCGs. This is the first one, and just by coincidence, it's made on Pride Month, and, yeah, I didn't even realize until after you made it. I was like, oh, shoot. That's quite coincidental. But yeah, I just made it because like it was important to the story. Epic says Zach's making history on Gondo. I am making history on Gondo. All right, so So anyway, you're like, well, I'm here to help you defeat Razorfoss, and Galendrick is like, oh, good. I'll need that help. And Razorfoss is like, yeah, that's right. You will need that help. And so you're like, what do you mean? What is going on here? I thought you two were like deadly enemies. You were like locked in battle. And Galendrick is like, yes, that is true. We still are. And our next fight will be tomorrow. So if you'd like, you're welcome to. HMB says, I don't think there's been any romance in PCGs before this. There's been very little, at least. I did put, like, a romance in Descent that continues into Balzac Lobotron. Epic World says the Ogre and the Princess was kind of a romance. Yeah, for sure. That one was definitely a romance as well. Absolutely. That was totally a romance. Actually, like, Ogre and the Princess was... that just started as via, like, it was a drawing of like an ogre like hugging a princess, and they were like supposed to be in love, and then like she made a PCG about it, and yeah, so it's totally a romance story. But yeah, there's been little bits of romance here and there, but it's definitely very not common among PCGs. So this is like one of the few, I think, still. So yeah. You know, pardon my foot being over there, but yeah. So let's see. So yeah, they say that basically their next fight is going to be the next day. And you're welcome to stay and like watch it or like try to participate if you want. And you can try to help. But you know, right now they're like it's like, "Oh, we're taking a break between battles." And she's like, what do you mean you're taking a break? You're like mortal enemies. What are you talking about? And they're like, look, all right, we appreciate it, but you just save that for the battle tomorrow. And she's like, oh, fine. So they're like, well, we can give you a guest room if you want to stay here until tomorrow. And she's like, okay, thank you. And they're like, well, what's your name? And she's like, I don't know. I don't really have a name. So, long story short, they give her a guest room. It turns out, so they give her the key to the guest room. It turns out the key is actually being stored behind the 3 keys poster. So they just reach up and like grab it and like give her the key. Epic says, Zach, the girl needs a name. Yes, but I didn't give her one. Like, I figure she can either get one or like, you know, the player can name her during like if and when we ever play this, or alternatively, you know, maybe she'll pick a name for herself like in a future PCG. Maybe, you know, like, I don't know. Who knows? Either way, she doesn't have one as of yet. How about Romance Destroyer? Noble goal. Lazy Frog says, me when a stranger asks me my name. I don't know. I don't really have a name. Bad Disclaimer says Nova or Luna, cause space. Yeah. So, so this way goes back to the battleground. This way goes to the hallway, and this way goes upstairs. So if you go, like, if you first go to the hallway, here is the hallway. So that's you. And there's 3 doors. So this door on the left, that is the door to your room. This is the door to a different room. This door is locked, so you can't open that door quite yet. And there's a poster in the background for Mech Strike PCG. So this is World says Gondo will never be the same. Why? What did I do to change Gondo? I didn't even do anything. Your posters are so cool, man. Thanks so much. R.I.P. Gondo. Because I made 1 romance on it. This is like 2 random people on an entire planet. Well, what did I do? Well, Elpic says, Zach trying to defend himself is so sad. What did I do, though? Where do we bury it? I ruined the whole planet. I don't understand. What'd I do? Oh, man. Oh, well. See, everybody in chat right now, RIP Gondo. Let's make a PCG blowing up Gondo, guys. Wow. Like I made you hate your own planet that much because of this one story. Dang. Epic says HMV because the great disaster take place on Gondo. Oh, God. We're just playing, Zach, but it's funny. Let them turn on each other and have it be a huge plot twist. Epic. I don't know. Well, you'll have to wait and see what happens. Bads Claymore says, I'm just gonna make more gay romance PCGs just to annoy Epic. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah, I was not sure what to expect in terms of a reaction here. I did not know if the reaction was going to be like this strong or if people were going to be just like, oh, okay. Or if they were going to be like, Epic World says, no, put them on cold baths. Nobody gives a crap about the planet. What does it matter what planet it happens on? Oh, man. Like, I don't know. R.I.P. Colbaz. Oh man, like I just realized you could destroy the entire Shogun sector just by like making like, oh my God, like this has to be a community project now, right? We can just have everyone make their own gay romance PCGs taking place on different planets in Shogun, and then the entire Shogun sector will be destroyed because Epic will hate all of the planets then and then blow all of them up. Colvez is uninhabitable. Last, the PCG that makes Epic angry. Epic Girl says, new PCG coming soon, the Big Bang. And Sam says, I could destroy the PCG universe and start it over if I want. This one PCG, I just made this one game that was so destructive, it just destroyed the entire PCG universe. HMB Tiger says, since the great disaster takes place on Earth, we can make Zach's PCG take place on it. Oh, man. Oh, God. This is quite a reaction. This is quite a reaction. I was not expecting this at all. Well, I was, though. And Kova had just won the war after defeating Gory. Shoot. Well, I'm going to say this takes place before that, Epic. All for nothing. They truly lost. They lost before they even tried. I take full responsibility for the for the defeat in spirit of the Kova. So I don't know. Should we continue? Are we done here? Like maybe like I mean I've just destroyed the whole PCG universe. I don't know. I feel like hashtag NPCGs and start over. Epic says, I'm excited to make the most canon-breaking PCG Zach has ever seen. I don't know. I've seen some pretty canon-breaking PCGs. But I haven't actually done anything to break canon, though. These are just two individual people. They don't say anything about the war as a whole or any pre-established characters. I haven't done anything to break canon at all. This is 100% in line with this